Welcome back, everyone,
to another week of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes Crypto,
the unscripted
crypto podcast. Ayo. I had a visitor with me. It's my little doggy, Luna. She's on my lap.
Yep. It's been a while since we've last posted an episode.
It's been like 25 days since our last episode uploaded.
A whole month, pretty much. 25 days.
Yeah. It's been a while. By the time this is out, it'll be a full month, almost give or take.
Yeah,
at the
this is by far the longest break that we've had. It's all on me, for sure. However, I did have something going on. Final semester.
Alex is graduating, guys. Give him a round of applause.
So I just wanted to make sure I try to get all those assignments to like chef's kiss before submitting, and they all kind of came at me like a million miles per minute.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah. So, and then also I moved temporary. We'll see. So yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, a lot's been going on. But we're back. Yeah. We did miss a whole lot of things going on,
dude. What a thing. Before we get into that, I want to preface, I don't like how my beard looks on camera. It's way too short. Barber did me dirty with my beard. I need to say that because I need it to be heard.
William, I'm gonna be honest with you. You look great. You look good.
I don't like it at all, dude. It's so ugh.
Yeah, William's used to having a very full, thick beard.
Mind you, when I went to get the haircut and get my beard shaped up, my beard was already low. There was a miscommunication there for 5 seconds, and it completely changed.
At least it grows back.
I mean, yeah, it's growing back already, thankfully.
So William, I've been like pretty like in some like weeds myself, like battling a lot of demons, not demons, more so like assignments, demons.
Close enough.
So I really, besides noticing that the entire crypto market has gone down like crazy, haven't really looked too much into what's going on. I wonder if there's anything noteworthy that you wanted to like address first.
Oh my god. So this is old news now, but it wasn't old news when I looked it up, and I want to talk about it on the episode. So, and I think it's pretty important. So let me pull it up real quick, and I'll tell you what's up. So, where is it? So, Bybit analyzed like 400 plus crypto tokens, like the top 400 essentially. They analyzed, and they found that 16 of those 400 tokens have the ability to freeze your tokens.
Oh, so they like audited, kind of like a security audit.
They audited these tokens, and they found that there are different ways that these tokens can be frozen and not allowed to transact, like actually freezing the asset itself, not just like blacklisting the wallet or where the tokens, like the actual tokens themselves can be like to a degree frozen. Blacklisting at like frozen, unusable.
400 out of 400, there were 16.
There were 16.
Okay.
So, want all 16 of them?
Yeah. Do you have a list?
I do. So, BNB, hard-coded, public blacklist. VeChain, hard-coded, public blacklist. Chiliz, it's like a smaller token, hard-coded, public blacklist. Victim, like VIC, hard-coded, public blacklist. XDC, public blacklist. Aptos, it says confined base. It's private blacklist. EOS, private blacklist. Sui, private blacklist. And Echo Chain, also private blacklist. And there were a few others that are not named just because they're differently controlled.
Mm-hmm. Well, BNB, I kind of not surprised by that one. Seeing how it is one of those exchanges that are like taking place around conducting business across the globe. VeChain's also a big one. Sui, I was kind of surprised to see that one on there.
So I think that what the article is really saying is that it's not like a consensus has to be reached to be able to blacklist these things. It's just the foundation, in a sense, can just choose to blacklist them if they found a need to or they just wanted to.
Yep. Yeah, that's why it's super important to have auditors go and review the code. Like, do a lot of research on what's going on at a technological level, because there's obviously going to be a lot of organizations that are just going to be releasing some chains, some tokens, and if it's not audited, and who was it that did it? Bybit?
Yeah, Bybit did the audit.
Yeah, the fact that Bybit did this is very good on them. I applaud them for doing this. But yeah, that's 16. 16's a lot out of 400.
You want me? Mm-hmm.
That's just, I think that goes to show that there's probably a lot more out there, because there's like what, hundreds of thousands of tokens now, tens of thousands of tokens.
Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Did Bybit have any statements on this?
Not really. They just posted what they found of it, but they did go in to other just not really details, just explaining the different types. So quick read, from 16 networks, prevalence hard coded freezing. Public blacklist, directly enabled in source code, allows instant blacklisting of addresses via GitHub, visible function, BNB, VeChain, chills, all the ones we just said. Most permanent and transparent, but hardest to remove, is a config based freezing, which is private blacklist, and it's managed via local files, YAML, ENV, and TOML, and it's accessible only to validators, foundations, devs, and that includes Aptos, EOS, SUI.
So you said YAML, which is YAML.
Yep. YAML, ENV.
ENV. Okay. I wasn't sure if you
and
said
TOML.
And TOML. Yeah, YAML, TOML. I'm not familiar with the ENV one. So it's like a development thing that's at the configuration level.
Yeah. And then the other ones, it was flexible but opaque. Changes don't require hard forks. On-chain smart contract freezing, executed via deployable contracts for dynamic blacklist, which is Echo Chain, UB, and.
But those are dynamic.
UB.
And those require consensus.
Yeah, it says rare but auditable. Oh, say the word for me.
Auditable.
Yeah, on chain.
Okay.
Yeah, that one requires more some level of consensus between the smart contracts, but the other ones do not.
Okay.
I found that interesting.
That is interesting. That's just. I don't really know what much to say about it besides if you're using these chains, don't make yourself an enemy, because there's not true freedom.
Stay friendly.
Yeah.
Stay friendly.
Essentially, there's not true freedom on those chains, because you can get blacklisted and lose your funds.
Yeah, but that's the main art. That's really the main article I saw. That was newsworthy, apart from just now I'm not gonna say fear mongering, but just what occurred to the crypto market afterwards.
Yeah. So that came out before or after the dip?
That was before.
Oh,
that was before. The market crashed after I saw that.
Yeah.
And from what I saw, the market crashed not solely, but apparently the Japan carry trade fears respice. Stock market also crashed, so there's a lot of definitely risk off. Mm-hmm. And then of course, if Bitcoin crashes, altcoins are crashing.
Yep.
Heavy. And altcoins will be crashing heavy, and compared to Bitcoin's price to where Bitcoin was. Like altcoins have dropped drastically harder than Bitcoin in the last couple of months. So altcoin prices are much lower than compared to Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, that tends to be the case for altcoins. If Bitcoin bleeds, they like hemorrhage.
Which what I find interesting is that Bitcoin dominance didn't really go up in that like turmoil, right? It did go up when Bitcoin dropped, I believe, to what, 70 something? 79, 78? Did we go that low? No, I don't remember how low we went.
It's pulling up the chart.
I'm looking at the chart. Actually, no, 81. So when Bitcoin was around 81, the Bitcoin dominance did spike to 60, like 1%, but it came back down solely after, and Bitcoin was really going sideways and just pushing back up to about 92,000. And it's currently sitting at 59.36%.
To the listeners listening, the price of Bitcoin is extremely volatile. And any of these crypto assets. I was actually reading like a thread the other day about how Bitcoin is back at 91, and they're like, "What do you mean? It's been at 91," and because he didn't look at it for a day and it dropped down to 81. Or I was like, wow,
price moves
in Bitcoin, yeah, especially now that like there's a high speculation or a high amount of consensus that the bull market is done. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more volatility now. And it was interesting because I think the price has fallen short of what we were expecting for this cycle. A bit, not by much, just a little bit.
Not giving pushback, but I don't think it's actually fallen that short. I think at one point we said 100,000 guaranteed. Mm-hmm. We said 125 to 120 is like our next stop before possibly getting to 150, maybe 180.
Yeah. It's just what happens over time is you get more news and market seems more suitable, and price kind of moves up a little bit. So I was kind of expecting a 150. But yes, before all the excitement went down, 120 was pretty much where it was at.
So yeah, mind you, Bitcoin peaked about 126. It stayed up. It didn't stay at 126, but it stayed in the 120 range before falling very hard down on October 10th. October 10th? Yeah, October 10th. Which is that started a cascading effect, you could say. We got it went from 120 all the way down to 103 in one daily candle. You want me to share the chart to make our lives easier?
Yeah, go for it. I got the bandwidth now, so I'm chilling.
That's what's up. That's the important stuff. Since I'm hosting, I have so many more buttons than I typically do.
I normally host, and I guess William logged into the.
I did. You see the chart?
I do.
Awesome. So this is that October 10th candle that's just went down. Mind you, I didn't look at why. I just know it I just saw it do that.
Yeah, that was super random.
That happened. Oh, I just had memory. So when we recorded, we talked about closing below the 200 day and that. Let me adjust this so I can adjust the 200 day. Awesome. So 200 is the red. So when we were looking at it, we were talking about if it's gonna close below in the weeks prior coming up.
Yeah, but we were talking about the 50 week, no?
The 200.
Okay.
We're talking about the 200.
Mm-hmm.
And we were looking at on the weekly candle, and we were saying, oh, this one doesn't have it. Yeah, we're talking about the 50. You're 100% right. That's on me, not the 200.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
we had
that's
first close below or not first close, but touching of the 50.
Yeah, so that's where we talked about it, around here. Yeah, between here and here. Oh, damn it! Yeah, it's on weekly. We were talking about it around here. And then this candle, which was November 3rd, was that when we mentioned, are we going to close below or above that 200? And we have clearly had 1, 2, 3 closes below. So technical terms, if we were to take, every time we close below the 200, the 50, it's bear market starts, and then we typically, like, people are saying that this could be a bounce zone all the way to 56, between 57 to 60. Like, that would be their new zone. I have a theory, not a theory, an idea
Speculation.
of speculation. So if you look at 12 months, yearly candles, right?
Yearly candles?
These are yearly, these are 12-month candles.
Okay.
I believe yellow line might be halvening. Yeah, it is. Yellow line's halvening. Right? Yellow line's halvening? I don't remember now.
June 13th. Green line's halving. No. I don't think you have a line for the halving.
I'm almost positive I do.
Because I thought there was one that happened on April. The last one.
Ooh. You might be right.
Yeah, or unless you misplaced the one in 2024.
No, I think we're just looking at the yearly, so it doesn't look as accurate, maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't have it, and I didn't do it right. Well, nonetheless, so good bull market candle. We end around here. Red year. Then we continue bull run for the following year. 3 years of upward momentum. Close the cycle again. 3 years of upward momentum. Close the cycle again. Bear market. We technically have 3 years of upwards momentum. Right? This would be the first year that Bitcoin would not have 3 years of upwards momentum. It would have 2 and will be closing red at the rate we're going. Right? If we were to close red. So there are multiple theories going out there right now saying bear market 2026, accumulation 2027, and then and at the same time start pushing back up, right? That's Benjamin Cowan's thesis that he wrote out. Give me 2 seconds. Let me pull it up so I can tell you what his exact thoughts were on this.
Yeah,
because I think it's important because he's a smart guy, and I liked what he said. So this is what he said. My outline. He wrote this out.
Before you continue. I'm still just seeing the chart.
I know. Yeah, I was just going to read it to you, unless you want to look at it.
No. I thought I didn't know what you were trying to do. You go ahead.
Okay, cool. So he wrote on April 13th, 2020. 2019 to 2020, accumulation. 2021 to 2022, uptrend. 2023 to 2024, 100K Bitcoin. 2025 through 2026, bear market. 2027 to 2028, accumulation. 2029 to 2030, uptrend. 2031 to 2032, Bitcoin between 300 and 500,000. Then 2023 to 2034, bear market. The following 2 years, 3 years accumulation. Then 2038 to 2039 uptrend, and 2040, 2042 $1 million Bitcoin. Right? So if we were to think he is right, he's also not following the 4-year halving cycle when he says those numbers. Right? So if we were to say he's right, we end red, we start a bear market, and we move into a bear market / accumulation phase really in 2026. Right? You bear market, then start accumulating in that same time frame in the bear market. And once to find a low. The other possible theory I've seen, I've heard, and it goes to our thesis of extended bull run or no longer 4-year cycles, is this candle does close red for the year, and we start January pushing up, and not following regular structure. And that would, if we were to get a breakout candle, meaning in January, or not in January, just in 2026, at some point, ideally not like going all the way down first to do this, or like hitting the lows to then, right?
Something early.
If we were to start within, like, an example would be in January in 2026, the first 6 months range / accumulate and not make lower lows than than 72,000, like make a lower low than that, we could potentially see a continuation of a bull market if that thesis were to play out, either extending the cycle, or we no longer run in 4-year cycle terms. They're longer than that, and they follow closely to either monetary policy mixed with how the money market moves, inflation, and rate cuts and other factors. Which, in my opinion, to make that like concrete, either extending cycle or cycles being over, like the 4-year cycle term, would be close this red, don't make a lower low than 72, and then start to rally, breaking above 126,000.
Yeah,
would make that, right? Because
so that red candle is specifically for 2025.
This red candle, yes.
That's crazy. So like we closed 2024 at a higher Bitcoin price than what Bitcoin is right now.
As of right now, yeah. 2024 closed higher, or just about where we are right now.
Just about.
2024 closed at 93, and we're currently at 91.
Wow.
92. That's, yep. Mind you, we did have this in the year. This is 48, 46. Let me do something. This candle. Why can't I move the stick? Oh, I have multiple sticks. Let me do something. Let me
cook.
Where's the hide button?
I don't know where the hide button is. Oh,
there.
They're all gone.
Yeah. I couldn't see. I needed to see something. 2021, 40, 50. Let's go.
So what is it that you're looking at?
I want to see the tops of the cycles,
year.
which were like 60 right here. This is what I want to see. We topped right around here.
What year
60 is that? This is the top right here, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That was our first top of that in that cycle. We got to 63, came down all the way, and made 69 the market top there. So that happened all within 1 year, give or take, right?
April 21st.
1 year?
Went up to 60.
Yeah, 1 year.
Dropped down to
1 year.
How much?
Here?
To
29, give or take.
And then went back to
69.
Okay.
66.
In 1 year.
69, yeah. In 1 year. So since that was in 1 year, in a 1 year candle, that we technically closed almost green. We closed, yeah, we started closing red. This we wouldn't structurally, I would say, unless it plays out just extended, we wouldn't see this like double toppy pattern. But a double top would confirm, you could say, that the bear market to a degree has started, and the only way to go against that theory that the bear market has started is if Bitcoin were to break like actual structure and like find new support at higher highs. Mm-hmm. So our lower low right now is 75. It did not make a lower low. It kind of bounced at around 80, 81. The new for this to continue its uptrend in a future presence, it would have to break 126 drastically. It would literally have to do something like this in a specific time frame. Not a time frame, but more so just make this market structure and then make this its new like new support zone to then potentially break out above it.
How much would that be in market?
Similar.
Like how much? So like, do you know what the gap is for how much like dollar value I guess was lost from the peak till now?
Yeah, right here. We peaked at 4.24 trillion, the entire market cap, and we lost $1 trillion.
That's all crypto.
That's all crypto.
Okay. You don't have one for just Bitcoin?
Oh, do they have one just for Bitcoin? Let me take this off.
Dominance.
That's just dominance.
Market cap, yeah. Further down. Further down.
Further down?
Yeah. Right, one up.
So peaked at 2.49, got to 1.62 in market cap. So $1 trillion? Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Almost?
Yeah. No, because I was like kind of like thinking, I was like, I wonder if any one person has the ability to influence that to go up. Definitely not. Mm-mm. Way too much money.
And mind you, to do what I said, like if it were to occur, like if we were to continue the bull run, extend the rally, it would literally have to do that. It would have to break above 2.84 trillion, like break above this number quite drastically, right?
And we're currently
make one there,
1.99.
Yeah. Like range around before potentially breaking out.
Yeah, so 500.
Realistically, it would even
$1 billion.
Realistically, it would have to do more of like something like this, and never making a higher low. The real pattern would be something that looks like this, a W pattern.
It looks more like an M. No, oh, the W, I see. Going from the right, like the right side.
So the way a W pattern works, so you can understand it, the way the structure is taught and makes sense is wherever the new pattern is going to start, it has to break above previous resistance. So this is the first break of resistance, right? Second, it would have to retest the previous highs in this situation and make it a new bottom. To be a true W, it would have to re-break the previous high made, something like this. So not exact, but you know what I'm saying. The second downtrend has to be a higher low to where the old one was. So it would have to be something like this, give or take. And then in true W fashion, it would have to expand upwards.
Yeah, I see the W
That's
now.
More or less... Huh?
I see the W now.
Yeah, that's more or less how the pattern would look like if it were to happen and extend the cycle.
Yeah. That's
it
trillions of dollars.
Right? That's trillions of dollars.
Hundreds of billions of dollars got to go into Bitcoin for that to happen. And with the sentiment right now, I don't think that's going to be the case.
If you were to look at it here like this, and maybe it doesn't do a W, it could just do an accumulation phase, right? Because if you look at it here,
just trade sideways
like that, it trades sideways. It doesn't really do W patterns in bigger time frames. If anything, it does sideways or accumulation, and then retest either the 50 week, as we talked about, and previous like support levels, and then continues upwards. So, and since this is pushed down so hard, it would actually to be like break off structure, it would need to break above that 50-day very like hardcore, make some new sideways trading to hopefully form an upwards pattern. But if anything, you don't have really like pronounced W patterns on like bigger time frames in Bitcoin. Nowhere. So if anything, we're going to look for like sideways accumulation.
Mm-hmm.
More so than anything else.
Yeah, I don't think that W pattern is anywhere remotely possible anytime soon.
No. So I personally think most more than likely would be retest this, retest the 50, make it support, break above it, and to continue the uptrend, you would ideally have to retest above that break or something like that, because it gets sketchy real quick. Well, it's not looking great. There's a lot of bullish sentiment and like news for the most part, at least crypto related.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Not that there's a lot of bullish news or sentiment, but more so like the overall like groundwork is extremely bullish. Institutions are accepting Bitcoin more now than ever before. There's more legal like structure clarification on what these assets are, how should these organizations like handle them, and it's just way easier for larger organizations, people like essentially organizations with a lot of funds, to start utilizing it as a tool, as a financial tool.
Yeah. So like USDT dominance, where cash goes once like either trades are closed or you sell and you're just holding USD, did spike up quite hard in that time frame, right? We came from down here 4.19% and peaked at 6.7%. That's a lot of money moving. Dude, that's 50% of money leaving, or 68% of money leaving altcoins, Bitcoin, and going straight into USDT. So we are due for a cool down, so we could see either some sort of movement, but ideally we want to lose like this 200 day, come down below it if you want, bounce around here, hit the 200 day, reject it, and we can ideally potentially see more downwards pressure. But we're far off from that right now. Literally everyone's just speculating of what can potentially happen on like, if you zoom out for the next like 6 months.
Yeah. It's looking like
it's rough.
Yeah, it's looking like a bear market.
I'm not convinced of a bear market yet, being honest with you.
So what I do think is that it's not gonna drop an insane amount much more from where we're at now. And by insane I mean like 40.
No. So all theories and like everything suggests are local. If we were to drop heavy, like let's say we are in bear market, prices are coming down. Let me adjust this real quick, not the chart, but to where are they? Here. Let's do the weekly on these. Oh, you can't see the weekly on. Let's do daily then. It's not a big deal. I need the weekly. Let me go back up. So we can't see it.
Yeah, there's just enough sentiment, like enough infrastructure now where I don't think it could go down to 40.
So our potential new accumulation zone would be literally within this box as of right now. If price continues to hold or continue to push up, this 200 day will continue to move up, so it would also move up a bit there.
Yeah, that's appropriate. I think that's pretty much what I had in mind.
So it would be just around there.
And I don't think I don't think we will see those prices up until like the end of the year, like the low end at least, like 55. If we do see a $55,000 Bitcoin again, which one of our working hypotheses would not allow for that, it would not be until October 2026. Because we do have a hypothesis where Bitcoin will not drop below 63,000, I think it is.
What is it? Yeah, so the hypothesis is Bitcoin typically does not break previous all-time highs. Below previous all-time highs, it's done it, I think, once, and it was last cycle top, and it was FTX crash, a Gemini, Celsius. Oh no, there's a big Luna collapsing. Like it was these
Terra
big
Luna
events that really shook the market, right? I think that's why these highs and lows are here.
Another one is those blue lines that you have there for the presidential.
Those are presidential elections. No,
I think that's the one that was basing the 63,000 off of. What was the price?
Could be. Oh yeah.
Presidential election for 2024.
These lows. It was 13,000.
That's 2020.
Oh, you meant for this one?
Yeah.
The low was 68.
For presidential election 2024? Oh, so 68. Yep. So one of our hypotheses would be that it wouldn't be below 68.
I forgot about that hypothesis. You're right. Yeah, that one is actually pretty concrete. I don't think it's ever broken below presidential election. Hasn't.
But there's also like no direct correlation to those two, so I feel like it's pretty weak connection, just strong in the sense that it hasn't broken.
I'm giving pushback to him, but I'm looking at this camera. He has a point, but I will only give pushback for one reason. It's done it 4 times.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the correlation between the U.S. president and the lowest price of Bitcoin on that day, like presidency or like there's like really nothing there.
There's no reason for it to make sense, but it's done it 4 times.
But it's done it 4 times, so like it's working. So
in trading, not even trading, in analyzing charts, I'm not the best at it, right? I am better than someone who doesn't know how to read.
Better than the lower 2%, at least.
Fair enough. So anytime we look at structure or we look for something that says confluence, we always look at it needs to make more than an X amount of touches, meaning it needs to do a specific thing more than once for us to believe that this is either strong resistance, strong support, a potential breakout, or whatever. Typically, anything more than 3 is solid move either up or down. Mm-hmm. We currently have 4 reasons to assume that
we're working on the 4th.
But yes, but this is the 3rd.
Yeah, so it's
done at 3. So there's in theory you can assume it could be completely wrong, but you can assume that if it hasn't done it 3 times prior, there may not be a reason for doing a 4. There shouldn't be a reason now to go below that price.
Yeah, there's enough data collected that you could form the hypothesis. We were not able to form this hypothesis back in 2020. 2020.
You would have said this is a potential like thing that can happen if it doesn't. Let's make listen. I'm gonna interrupt this podcast to do a quick little real. Marlito, get ready. We have not had, in the last 4 prior cycles, Bitcoin ever break below the price it was when the presidential election happened. And we are currently in that frame to do it for a 4th time.
Yes, sir. That's true. We haven't broke below the low for the 2024 election yet. So how far back does this go?
We are
2012?
right here. This is the first one. First election, guys. Real quick. Marlito, make this pretty. First one. We closed at $10.65. We have never seen $10 again in our lives. Next election, 2016. Lows were $702. We never saw that price again in our lives. 2020. Price on that day was $13,352. We got close, but we never saw that price again.
Where did we
and
get
our
close?
Current $13,352 right here.
Yeah.
And mind you, it has broken prior downwards on the highs. And the next one that we're currently working on, election high, or election lows, better said, $67,460,000. So, if our current hypothesis is accurate, we should not break below that. We should not be seeing 50,000. We should stay.
We should
ideally.
Yeah. If
We should be above that price.
yeah,
If hypothesis stays true.
if we continue the trend that we've seen 3 times already, Bitcoin will not drop below $67,460.
So mind you, we only have 26% to go to those lows. We'll see what Bitcoin does.
It says, mind you, only TradFi would be shaking in their boots.
And Alex, I want to tell you something else. I don't think there's. I've watched a lot of crypto YouTube. I don't think anyone has ever talked about this.
Oh, really?
I think we might be the first. I think I could be 100% wrong.
All right, guys.
But saying it here first.
If you guys hear it, send it to us somewhere else, just so that we don't claim it as to be the only people to talk about this. But yeah, that's actually really cool that Bitcoin has never revisited those lows from election day.
Well, I will. Wording matters here. It has revisited them. It has not broken below them, or
Yeah, I guess. Okay, yeah.
it's gotten close. It's gotten close. The closest year was 2022 with 13. The other ones were
Yeah, no shots. Like
years
long.
away,
Yeah.
long gone. So, if anything, this might be the year it actually bounces on that 67,000. Which I'm gonna add a spice of confluence here. If we were to keep on holding these prices and Bitcoin ranges and pushes up, and the 200-day does continue to push up, it also adds confidence that this 200-day could potentially end up between 60,000 and our current number of 67,000. So this could potentially, if price were to hold and move up, our bounce zone would be around this area.
Yep.
Potentially.
Well, it'd be above the low,
Like,
no?
It should be it would be above, but I'm saying if it were to break below it, our bounce zone is here. Theoretically, because this would push up as well as time progresses, and then we have all this to make support and test it, and we have our confidence that ideally it does not break below this. For our theory to be correct, Alex, we bounce in this area,
Right there.
right around there. I to be fair, I will also take it if it goes a little bit below, but it does not close a weekly candle below that.
Yeah, if it doesn't close the candle, sure.
Doesn't close the candle below, our hypothesis lives on. If it just wicks, a wick is a wick. It happens.
Yeah, that's fair. That's somewhat fair. But yeah, based off of that, then is there any like rhyme or reason for your width of that red box?
Yes.
or the height.
So my rhyme and reason for the width of the box is that candles do wick. Mm-hmm. They always leave wicks. Like, look.
They always
so
leave wicks.
As we were following the 50-day, it wicked below it. But it still continued its uptrend, but it wicked below it. So I would safely assume, if for our hypothesis to be correct, it would have to be like in this size of the box.
Yeah.
Theoretically, your box would be this big. I think that's too big. I wouldn't take it, but I would take the top cluster as importance, and you would have like, if this were a trade, right? This would be like your top cluster that you would like believe in. Like, this is where you say it should hold, and then you would have this bottom half as like stink bids to add confluence with this bottom half of the range, right? Because this is a range, right, from here to here.
Yeah,
that's a range. But if you want to separate it, like, you can have stink bids here and here. Theoretically, this would be the true size of the width. It would be that range, right? So theoretically, this could bounce anywhere. Ideally, truthfully, it should bounce on the top half of this, not the lower half, right? It should not go from here, break down, or go all the way down here. So ideally, you want to see it no more than this,
essentially,
give or take.
It's kind of looking like $70,000 Bitcoin is a good price for Bitcoin. Good buy.
I think
it's a good buy.
Yeah.
Theoretically,
with our hypothesis,
hypothetically speaking, that's where like the lowest risk to reward ratio, or the lowest risk to reward ratio would be.
The highest risk to reward.
Okay. I'm not
highest.
Sure if I'm right. I don't think I am. I don't know.
It's highest risk to reward, meaning your reward is bigger than your risk. Meaning we have high reward here because the assumption is it does not.
Yeah,
it stays in this or above this.
The risk is low because it would stay above the low.
It would stay up. That's our current hypothesis.
And then the reward is high. So okay.
So in our theory, even if the cycle extends, this theoretically should hold, bounce, and push up from here. It should not break below that. And truthfully, to do that, we do have to extend the cycle, break above this, make new accumulation on top of that to continue our move upwards, which currently is a little shaky just because the market is shaky. I'm not even talking about the altcoins. There's no need. They've all died. Solana's at 140. It dipped all the way to 120. Sui's at $1.60. I think ETH is back to $2,000 at this point. I actually don't know where ETH is at. I joke. ETH is at 3,100. Yeah. So altcoins are really bleeding. If the cycle were to end, this will be the first bull run where alts do not have an acceleration.
Yeah. No run.
And in theory, you can say though that Solana would have closed higher and it could make a higher high than it did last time, because last cycle when things hit the fan, Sol ended up at $20. Mm-hmm. And then re-rallied all the way to 250 and made a new all-time high.
Yeah, Solana's a very volatile coin.
I mean, yeah, it really is. I agree.
Hit 295. That's crazy.
Yeah. But that's what I'm seeing there with the charts. I'm the proponent, extended cycle. A lot of people are calling this cycle either over, dead cat bounce. It's really like no one really knows, up in the air. Let's see what happens.
Dead cat bounce, is that good or bad?
That's bad.
So
dead cat bounce means we had the drop to 81. It hit, it bounced back up, and the downtrend continued.
Yeah.
So as of right now, we're in that like worry zone, just because price has closed below. It has not retested theoretically, to confirm in my eyes, apart from just like closing below, it would have to hit the 50-day or the 50-week, reject on it or in that area, and continue to push down. If it breaks above, new game. We could potentially see a push upwards. But I think the macro market is playing a big part here. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty just in everything.
Yeah. So if our viewers see this video or watch this episode and the price of Bitcoin is below 81,000, then the dead cat bounce is confirmed.
So hopefully we don't have too many days in between this recording and the next. I mean, we'll
Box.
Yeah. Well, this is true, so we'll be able to record. Do you have anything? I feel like I've been talking the entire time,
no,
and I feel
just
terrible
the
for it.
on the dead cat bounce. If the price goes below 81,000 by the time someone sees this or hears this, then that would
is
be
very true.
Bounce. I mean,
yeah. Well, this is
my
true, so
schedule
we'll be able to
opened up.
record.
I'm like free and clear.
Do you have anything? I feel like I've been talking the entire time, and I feel terrible for it.
Oh no, I mean, I felt like it was pretty important though, just to go over the charts, seeing how we haven't really done any analysis on anything for a month.
Yeah, this is very true.
Because like most of what I have is just like relative news, like that's recent. And I just felt like just going over the chart was more beneficial, at least for me. I don't know about you guys, the listeners. I thought those.
They're like, this already happened, guys. Get over it.
Yeah, but I haven't been in the loop, guys. So I just want to make sure that I'm in the loop so that you guys could trust what I have to say also. But William was the one providing most of the information, so I feel like what you said was pretty credible.
That's nice. I have, I think, one more Bitcoin related story, and I guess we could go to whatever you got.
Yeah, sure.
Just because it involves strategy and their Bitcoin holdings. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I saw on X a lot of people posting about how they don't want strategy to continue buying Bitcoin, that they're going to have to start selling Bitcoin, that the proxy trade is over. They're not trading anymore on a multiplier. They're currently trading at, I would say, par value to where Bitcoin is compared to price. And that currently strategy is down like almost 50% of where it peaked at. So, right. So the fear is that if strategy, what's called MNAV, meaning, MNAV essentially is the asset value versus the market value and the comparison of the two.
Yeah, meaning of the amount of Bitcoin that they hold per share.
Per share. So whenever if that price breaks below that, it triggers MicroStrategy either to have to sell more, to have to sell some Bitcoin, find a new way to essentially pay off its debt and everything else, and its financial duties. So I think it's currently at 1-to-1, if not a little below, or if not equal to, right? It's right on it. So there's a few things there that I don't have that same worry, just because they recently just got 1.2 billion. I believe they got 1.2 billion in cash just to pay off whatever duties they need to pay off for the next 21 months.
Wow.
That involves, dividends, debt, everything. So they could technically run on that money for the next 21 months as Bitcoin does whatever it needs to do. And Saylor did state in his meeting that if they asked what would he said if we were to trade below our MNAV, we can do one of two things. We can sell Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin derivatives.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they also they may not need to sell Bitcoin right away either way. They can sell Bitcoin derivatives, either whatever instrument they decide to use to sell that, to offer that option, which would give them more time for price to do what it needs to do. Yes.
Bounce back. Yeah. So now my question is, what would these derivatives look like?
I got you.
Because Saylor is not trying to sell any Bitcoin.
Give me 2 seconds. I have it written somewhere here. 2 seconds, because I looked. I forgot I forgot the exact ones they were. Like, I remember reading them. I just don't remember which ones, what it was exactly.
Honestly,
dude, this is not.
I got some like bullish news in general for Bitcoin, which kind of just goes back to like what we were saying earlier. Bullish in the long term sense, not the short term sense. And that's just that Texas has officially bought some spot BTC ETFs. Not much, $5 million went into the iShares Bitcoin Trust, Bybit. And that was at about $87,000 per Bitcoin, which is, I think, good for the state of Texas.
They bought more. They're holding on to the Bitcoin.
Yep. Oh, ETF. Bitcoin ETF. If our price predictions are relatively correct, I think it's a good buy, because if it doesn't get below 68,000, sure, 20,000 more above, but long-term view, that's probably going to be in the green.
Yeah.
Well, definitely will be in the green if you hold it for 4 years. That has not broken.
Yeah, but neither has my Bitcoin never breaking presidential lows. Hasn't broken yet.
That is true.
It's all work. It's as of right now, it's all working theory, and it's working pretty well.
Yeah, I guess those two do kind of go hand in hand.
There's no reason for Bitcoin to make new all-time highs every 4 years. It just does it.
Well, there is a reason.
Yeah, it's the halving. But even if the
halving, plus increase in the amount of money being in circulation,
and the amount of
the 4 year in that sense is not it's not relevant because they print money, the government prints money every day anyways, but the halving is a 4 year cycle.
Well, what I mean by
so is the election.
Yeah.
So it's possible that like if that base statement of like, oh, if you buy and hold for 4 years, you're in the green, that could technically apply, like, for sure.
Yeah. I should have known this. I didn't, but Bitcoin derivatives, like Saylor offering Bitcoin derivatives to hold off on having to sell. Apart from those, it wasn't 1.2 by the way. It was 1.44 billion. Would be Bitcoin futures, Bitcoin options, swap structured notes, and perpetual futures.
Perpetual futures.
Yeah. So they can hedge against it. They can generate yields and raise short-term liquidity with this. It's like CME futures. It's not like perps, right? Like it's not like futures on like when we trade. It's futures as in like the CME, like on that end.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing it does, doing derivatives, does put him in a position where he may have to pay out in Bitcoin. He may have to find the cash to pay out these derivatives that he offered, and then that causes a whole new issue. But that's different. And I also, to just wrap up the Sailor, I personally don't think strategy is gonna. The proxy trade, like that leverage trade that everyone was talking about. Maybe it's not over. I just think that people had a new way to buy, and they feel that it's safer or not even safe, less volatile than trading strategy, than holding on to strategy. Right? Because Bitcoin's down 20% right now, or I mean, Bitcoin's down 30%, but strategy's down 40-50%. So it's half of the downturn pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because all-time high was 536, and we're currently sitting at 186. So a lot, 70%. So the leverage bet on the downturn still applies.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I just know that Sailor doesn't want to sell any Bitcoin.
No. So,
I think he'll rather. What's the phrase? Turn over? How, like, heals up? Something like that. I think he'd rather die before selling Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's a better. Yeah. So now the question is he gonna buy more? Can he afford to buy more? Since
I don't think he can afford to buy more right now.
Because is he out of money to buy more?
It seems like it.
Right? So the real question would be, I think he overdid the buying when we were at 100. But it could be that he didn't have the money pre-secured and he just got it right then and there and decided to buy.
Yeah. Like he wasn't sure if he was going to have the money at 80.
Yeah, not they have it. Since he's selling convertible notes, he might only be able to sell it and offer it when the price is high, and he might have a deadline or a time frame where he has to use it. I'm not 100% how that works.
The whole strategy case is definitely interesting. I don't know.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. Before we move out of this, everyone's freaking out apparently. It's like, because Sailor is moving Bitcoin to Fidelity. Like,
really?
Yeah, but they stated back in November that they were going to start moving assets away just from holding it on Coinbase to other institutions.
Whoa. Strategy was holding all their coins on Coinbase?
That's how they hold it. They don't hold it physically.
I did not know that. Oh, that's wild. Okay. Yeah, that's actually kind of insane. Well, in that sense, then it makes sense for them to be moving coins to Fidelity, diversify a bit.
No,
have all your eggs in one basket.
What I find interesting though, I think Coinbase is the primary caretaker of the majority of these ETFs.
Yeah, that is true.
So, but isn't it going just back to Coinbase?
Coinbase definitely has a massive monopoly on the crypto market right now.
Yeah.
Don't sell your coins to Coinbase. Don't do it.
I think I said this on this podcast. Coinbase will be the first crypto bank.
Yeah, Coinbase is massive. They really do have a big chokehold on the entire market.
Coinbase will be the first crypto bank, 100%. And I'm currently done talking after this moment. Alex, take it away.
So, I think there's only one real story that I want to talk about for this episode, and it has to do with the security, nonetheless, of course. Specifically, article, some research that was posted by Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
They flagged a unpatchable flaw for Android chips, for an Android chip, a specific chip. You got scared there for a second, right, William? You thought he was like, "Oh, ledgers are no unpatchable."
I got nervous. No. These weak arms are heavy.
He's like, that's not good for Ledger. No, so they found a flaw in the MT6878 chip, or the MediaTek Dimensity 7300, that occurs at what's called like the boot level or the boot ROM, specifically like hardware level. This, I think we talked about something like this for a Tesla hack that we talked about like 2 years ago.
Possibly.
Two researchers found same thing. Yeah, so essentially it's a chip flaw in the chip itself where it cannot be patched. There's no way to patch it.
There's no way. Yeah, you can't do anything about it.
However, it is for the Tesla case, you had to be there physically, and I mean for this also, it's a physical presence. So you have to have actual control of this Android device of a phone. And the attack rate for this, the attack success rate for this flaw that they found, relatively small, anywhere from 0.1 to 1% success. And this requires a reboot plus a precisely timed like electromagnetic field disruption. They call it EMFI, electromagnetic field injection, that would essentially bypass memory protections and would increase privileges on the next boot up of the cell phone. Now, okay, cool. What's up with the one chip and the cell phone? Essentially, because of this vulnerability at the chip level, the attackers can within minutes get access to the private keys that are stored on that cell phone.
Nice.
So it is a relatively low % chance of the attack working. It is, let's say, 1%, but it can be attempted multiple times. So sure, 1% per attempt, but if you attempt it 100 times, and you could attempt it 100 times in a few minutes,
it's a real threat.
It's a real threat. You don't want to lose your phone and store your private keys on that phone.
It's relative to hacking or to being hacked. So I know I in the group in the Discord group I used to be in, this happened to the guy in the Bitcoin conference. It was in Nashville, right? Last year. So he went to the. I am almost positive we talked about it when it happened, but let's talk about it again. So he went to the conference. He gets his phone stolen. His phone was locked. They were able to gain access and drain all his crypto that he had on his phone.
That's crazy.
What we discovered, not we discovered, I wasn't there. What they said occurred was that they sell these they sell devices that you can use to jailbreak to crack your password. And since they're able to gain that, once you get into the crypto wallet, they're able to use the same cracking device to crack the other passwords once you gain access.
Yep.
To the phone itself. And mind you, I don't know how much money he had on his phone, but if I remember correctly, he had, if not the majority, a fair amount on there. Like a painful amount.
Yeah. That hurts. That sucks.
So to your point, also be mindful. Keep your crypto as far away as you can from on devices.
At least your vault, your safety vault.
Yeah,
that you don't want people touching.
Correct. Yeah, never save your phrases on the computer. Always try to.
Yeah, so that's kind of the main kind of focal point on this is as adoption grows, security hygiene must also
grow,
like extend. Yeah, it has to go beyond just like the basics. And this is more so like risk to reward, cost benefit analysis that goes with like risk management. It's like how much are the assets that you're protecting? What are their value, and then what is the cost of implementing protections to protect those assets? So like you don't need to buy a new device necessarily all the time, but you might want to like set up like time blocks so that you send Bitcoin or any crypto to a specific wallet address that's time blocked, so they're like, oh, you cannot send any funds out of this wallet address until a certain block height is reached, so the X amount of time has passed. Because if you're not trying to spend that money right away, then like there's no need for it to be set, like exportable or like like there's no reason for it to be able to be moved.
Yeah.
So in the case that someone steals your phone, oh no, it's already blocked until X time. Like,
yeah.
And in that sense, like at least you're protecting that.
Also, on that same note, also if you upgrade your phone often enough, you can reset one of them, the older one. You know, you're probably not going to use, completely reset it. Keep everything else on there and just don't leave it in the house.
Yeah, just leave it in the house. Lock it away, or put it in a plastic baggie.
And
dig a hole, plant a tree.
Like, because to be fair, if there is a break-in or whatever happens, they take your laptop. They can gain to some level of access to some wallets you have on there. Like it's unfortunately, nothing is ever like 100% airtight.
Yeah,
it's
nothing.
Unless, like there's always at risk. There's always an at-risk level of your funds being lost, taken, stolen, whatever. That's
a given everywhere.
Yeah,
it's a natural part of life. There's always risk.
Yeah. So you just have to be cautious as much as you can, and just be aware that as Alex said, adoption continues to rise, the threats will continue to rise with it.
Yep. Continue educating yourself. You should be fine.
And also,
educating and implementing.
Yeah. And try not to make enemies.
Yeah, that's a good one. Don't be exposing like your private information. Don't be telling people that you got Bitcoin. Me and William,
we're screwed.
Have a lot, and we also just do think that for the sake of society, we have to put ourselves out a little bit into the open and spread the word. You
know what sucks is that when we talk about politics, we put ourselves at risk for no reason.
Yeah, there's no benefit for that one. We do it for crypto, for Bitcoin, just for you guys. But
I don't got money. I'm poor. Don't look at me. I'm the worst crypto trader you'll meet. Don't say that's not true. I'm trying to.
Not the worst.
Maybe not the worst. Maybe not the worst. There could be worse. There could be worse. You're right.
True.
You're right.
You said, don't say
I'm terrible, but there could be worse. You're right. I'll give you that.
Yeah. We will be recording more frequently.
I will. There may be a hiatus between December, like Christmas and New Year's.
You know what, guys? As long as you're having a good time, just turn on the notifications on YouTube and like your wherever you stream your podcast, so that whenever we do post an episode, we were really good for like a solid 2 years. Just
then Alex went to school and I moved away, and it became a hot mess.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated. Life would be lifing.
Yeah.
But we do stay on track with stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to wrap up, or you want to get into a little tangent before we wrap up?
Oh, we could do a tangent. We haven't done a tangent, so we could do a tangent.
So this is a good one. So I love Joe Rogan. Guess who he had on the podcast yesterday that he posted?
Who did he have on the podcast?
He is.
I have no idea.
It
could literally be anyone.
It could. I'll give you some hints.
Queen Elizabeth. It can't be Queen.
Yeah. Can't. Yeah, you're right about that. It can't be Jesus either.
Nope. Definitely not Jesus.
So you want me to give you a hint?
Sure.
This person founded the most This person founded the most valuable company in the world currently. In actual founded and
Built.
current and it built it and runs it, and he is
Is it Bill Gates?
I said most valuable company in the world. In actual value, like in terms of money.
Apple? Is that not Apple?
It's not the most valuable company in the world. There's only one most valuable, and by quite a bit. You should,
know,
dude. The fact that I love that you're in tech, but you're completely blanking is hilarious.
Founded?
Yeah.
Is the guy who's running Apple a founder?
No.
Okay, so it's
Dude, I love how you're not getting this right now.
Nvidia.
Yep.
Nvidia.
Yep. It is Nvidia.
He founded that company? I didn't know he founded it.
Yeah. He was. Yeah. It says.
I didn't know that.
Go to his
Yeah, so like that whole founder thing kind of threw me off. I thought he was
just the CEO.
Yeah, I just thought he was a CEO.
Jensen Huang founded Nvidia in 19 something. Oh, I don't remember the year. It's, by the way, it's literally on his LinkedIn, founder.
Oh, okay, cool.
So Rogan had him on, and they didn't really like get into too many crazy topics. It was really just on Jensen telling his story and why he is such like a firm believer in the American dream, because he did it. So I think this is one of the parts I found really insane, that I don't dude, your father would have never like done this. So Jensen goes to Atari, right?
Okay.
They found Nvidia. There isn't much going on. They're just trying to figure out what not what to create. We created this chip, or we're gonna create these chips to power a thing, but we don't know what thing to power. Right? And that's when you think about, Atari created these 3D games, arcade games. We can offer them our chips and build around it to create the next powerful generation of gaming, like next level essentially. He goes to, oh no, I'm sorry, I said Atari. I'm completely wrong. It's Sega. My fault.
Okay.
My fault. I apologize. It's Sega Games.
He goes to Sega.
He goes to Sega, the CEO of Sega. He goes, I want to build a console for you guys, but using our chips and whatever. Sega goes, okay. He explains the idea. He goes, okay. I'm also, if I butcher this, I'm so sorry. He goes, he takes it, goes back, starts working on it. As they're developing, things are not working out. So an X amount of time passes where they start realizing that what they're trying to code and do is the complete opposite of what should be happening. Essentially, if they should be doing like, if they should be code, like, he used technical terms, I'm an idiot, I apologize, but in layman's term, if they had to run code forward, they're running it backwards.
Okay. And
they only discovered that they were doing it wrong because they were like, it's not working. Jensen went out, got all these books, and he had him and his team read them all. And he's like, oh, we're doing this completely wrong. Make the story quick. He goes back to Sega. He tells the CEO, listen, I'm sorry, but we can't fulfill the orders we want. You need. Like, there's no way we can do this. Like, we accept the payment, but there's like, this isn't working out. We cannot do it. I think we need to cancel the order. Mm-hmm. And he goes, okay, and he understood this. And then Jensen goes, but wait, I kind of need the $5 million. Mm-hmm. He goes, if you take away if we give you back the $5 million, we're out of business.
Yeah.
And he goes, and Jensen goes, and we're close to being able to build what we want, but we need the $5 million. And he goes, listen, so instead of giving it back to you, make it as a $5 million investment in us. And you take X percentage and you get equity. Mm-hmm. Right? The CEO of Sega at the time, an older gentleman, Jensen's like in his 30s. Mm-hmm. And he's like, and the CEO had to think about it for a few days. Sega approves it. Oh, by the way, the Sega CEO tells him, so you're telling me you want my $5 million and in a company that will probably go to like zero. Like, I'll see nothing. Yeah. Like, I'm burning money away. And Jensen's like, yes. But if you're right, but if you take it now, I have zero chance of being able to make it. Mm-hmm. At least with your $5 million investment, we have a chance to get something done. Mm-hmm. Thinks about it. The CEO thinks about it. He goes, all right, we'll give you the $5 million as an investment. Mm-hmm.
What's the stake?
Oh, they didn't say what the percentage was. I either they didn't say or I missed it, but check it out. Mm-hmm. So keeps the $5 million, takes half of that money essentially to start building out the program for it. Mm-hmm. He then finds a machine that this company was building to test, to run the tests of what the CPUs and chips can potentially do without actually having to run them, just like spec. Like, by putting the specs into the machine, it could it can run. It could identify, will it work, how well would it work, everything. Right? Mm-hmm. When Jensen goes to go buy the machine, the company went to go buy from is bankrupt. They went out of business because no one bought the machine. No one bought their product. Jensen was the only. Jensen goes, oh, you guys didn't make it? He goes, no, we made it. We have ours and then another one, but no one bought it. He goes, can I buy the other one? Buys it, tests the machine. It says their new chips are gonna work perfect. Goes to what's the company in Taiwan that's not Nvidia called? The semiconductor one. TCMC, something like that. You know? I got it. Let me Google it. Listen to this.
Oh, yeah. No, there's like no direct information on how much stake Sega got for that $5 million. But it was later cashed out to $15 million.
I was about to tell you. So it's a Taiwan semiconductor manufacturer. It's TSMC, I believe, is where he went to. He goes to them, tells them, I had this new chip. Has it been tested yet? Like, physically tested. It was just like ran through a program to see if it would work. And he said yes. Goes to them, tells them, I need you guys' help to be able to manufacture these at scales and launch this product out now. And he basically breaks down. He goes, essentially, he gets the deal done without not testing his new chips. Tested them after the fact. Gets that all done. And lies to him, telling him, oh no, we have a bunch of clients, this and that. He had no clients. He had one client. Mm-hmm. No clients. Gets it done. Gets it out there. And as you said, Sega, when IPOs at a $300 million valuation, they cash out. How much did they cash out?
So according to this, $15 million.
15?
Mm-hmm.
$50 million. They had a $300 million valuation.
$300 million valuation?
When they first IPO'd, yeah.
Okay. No, this honestly, I'm not super sold on this. This was generated by like
AI.
Leo. Yeah.
Oh. Well, they when they first IPO'd, it was only for $300 million.
That was a big bread.
And he basically says if it was not for Sega giving him investing that $5 million, there is no Nvidia.
Essentially.
And he looks back at it and goes, I don't know why they gave me the money. I wouldn't have given the money. He goes, $5 million back then in 1997 is a metric load of, and Sega, it's a metric crap ton of money in today's numbers. Mm-hmm. He goes, I don't know why they did it. They did it, and he literally says it. He goes, thanks to them, we were able to build the company we have today.
Nice. That is a very interesting story.
That's just like one part of it. Jensen's story on like the American dream is it's insane. He goes, you have to love America. Trump is not who your president. He is the United States president. We want him to do good. If things don't go good, it is what it is. But we want to prosper. He goes, you want the American dream. You want to be able to do what I did.
Yeah.
Well, not do what I did, but just get after it and achieve what you want to achieve.
100%.
Dude, I recommend the pod. Crazy. And now, freaking, they sit at $5 trillion market cap.
Insane amount of market cap.
Before we wrap up, they sold on IPO. They IPO'd for $300 million. Sega took the money and got out. Could you imagine if they would have held until now? How much money that is?
I mean, Sega.
I mean, they thought it was going to crash and burn, so I get where they came from, and it was an investment, but that's hundreds of billions of dollars that they would have had in Nvidia. Mm-hmm. Insane.
Yep. Well, that's a very interesting story. I would definitely recommend other people to check out that episode of Joe Rogan's podcast.
Alex says that, and he's never going to watch the episode.
Probably true.
Very true.
Probably true. Anyways, if you guys have made it away this far, thank you for listening.
Thank you for tuning in.
Drop us a like, turn on notifications, hit that follow button, share with your friends. Tell William he's pretty. Thank you for tuning in.
It's been another week
of your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes crypto.
The unscripted
crypto podcast. Hey, yo.